Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a magnifying glass to a bizarrely specific piece of professional hardware,
Right.
the tvONE 1RK-XTRA-PWR.
Right.
The sources you sent over deal with this tiny component. It's a $90 circuit board kit, but here's the hook. It comes with this massive, non-negotiable commitment. So our mission is to figure out why this inexpensive part is sort of the operational gatekeeper to a whole AV ecosystem.
What's fascinating here is the core function. I mean, we're talking about a rear dock and module PCB kit,
Okay.
and it fits into the 1RK chassis. Its whole job is to handle an additional voltage selector.
So what does that actually mean for you if you're using it?
It's the essential fix for system integrators. People who need to consolidate maybe 3 or 4 incompatible power bricks into one standardized clean rack unit.
So it just cleans everything up.
Exactly. It solves that headache of power supply density, and it does it all for $90.
$90 for the PCB, one module, and cables. But that commitment you mentioned, that's where it gets really interesting. The sources are crystal clear. This product is strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
That's the part.
A non-returnable circuit board kit. That sounds like a major risk. I mean, why wouldn't a vendor offer a guarantee on this essential piece?
Well, that lack of guarantee, it actually underscores its specialized role and the standardization required.
So it's a feature, not a bug.
In a way, yeah. This part, the 1RK-XTRA-PWR, it's an infrastructure commitment, not really a consumer good.
Okay.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the sources note it's also TAA compliant.
Which is the Trade Agreements Act.
Right, which means it meets the very specific criteria for U.S. federal procurement. And that explains the extreme specificity right there.
It does, because this voltage selector doesn't live in a vacuum. It locks you into that larger 1E world.
It absolutely does.
When you look at the rest of the ecosystem, you realize the infrastructure investment is huge. For example, the thermal management system, the fan for the rack.
The only rack fan, yeah.
It runs over 3 times what this tiny PCB costs.
$285, yeah. So you're investing in plates, rails, cooling, all things that make the system reliable.
And that's the key word, right? Reliable.
Exactly. You are investing in a whole system where power stability is absolutely critical. The cost of the other components, like the module plates or the extra rail kits, it quickly pushes the total investment into the thousands.
So once you're in, you're in.
Yes. And once you've committed to this modular system, the power selector is essential. And that non-return policy starts to make a lot more sense because the system just can't function without it configured correctly.
Okay, so that brings us directly to the support structure. If you're making a non-returnable purchase, the vendor better have your back.
They'd have to.
The sources point to a company called HDTV Supply, and they describe themselves as a 25-year global home for AV products.
And this is how they mitigate the risk of that NCNR, the non-cancelable, non-returnable policy.
How so?
Despite the zero-tolerance return rule, the purchase qualifies for free shipping, and, more importantly, it comes with lifetime support.
Lifetime. So that means telephone, chat, text, email, all of it.
All of it. That long-term commitment
Right.
is essentially what you're paying for. It's peace of mind, knowing that someone will be on the phone when these mission-critical systems have a power issue.
And the target audience for that peace of mind couldn't be clearer.
Not at all.
The vendor specifically offers additional institutional discounts for accounts with email addresses ending in edu, gov.mil, or .org. This is not for hobbyists.
No, this is for highly regulated, high-stakes infrastructure. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the sources reveal that even the most specialized components like this module are backed by really robust long-term vendor support.
It has to be.
It just reflects the critical nature of reliable AV infrastructure where, failure is simply not an option.
So we've gone from a bizarrely specific product name to understanding this deep, mission-driven ecosystem. But here's the final thought for you to mull over. What stands out to me is the extreme specificity of those institutional discounts, the .org, mil, .gov emails. This raises an important question. What kind of crucial, high-stakes infrastructure relies on a non-returnable $90 power selector to maintain operations?
What's the question?
You realize this tiny piece is often a critical linchpin of something the entire institution depends upon.